Hey, Bayek, it's me Ian, and in today's video I'm going to review this. This is The Descent Part 2 from 2009. And again, I've got Sean to thank for sending this. He sent me the first one as well, all through Amazon. And thank you so much, because I absolutely love this film. It's a great film. It's a direct sequel, in fact, to the first film. Right, yes. Now, it's 93 minutes long. Rotten Tomatoes give it 50%. Well, I suppose it was expected. Sequels generally don't always get a good review by critics. Though fans often really love sequels, even if the critics don't. And maybe I'm one of those people, because I love this. And I do love a lot of sequels that people are down on. So, yes, this is a really good film. I really enjoyed it. Its screenplay is by James McCarthy, Jay Blakeson, and James Watkins. Also, one of the co-executive producers is, in fact, Neil Marshall, director and creation of the first film. And he has a role in this. I think he was able to get the rest of the cast members together to film those camcord scenes that we just see very briefly, which is a nice nod to the first film. And it's directed by John Harris, who also edits this film again, because he was the editor of the first film. They liked the style, they liked what he would bring to this film as a director, because he knew all about it. He knew the sort of what they wanted, basically. And they're just really expanding it. You know, the writers have expanded this ideas, and which is great. As an editor, really, he's just fantastic. I mean, he didn't really, to date, direct any more films. It's always been the editing. He was the editor of Eden Lake, as we say, 2008. Kick-Ass, Kick-Ass, which is quite a popular film. That was 2010. He was the editor of that. And a film that I really love, which is The Woman in Black, 2012. The Daniel Radcliffe one. He edited that one. What a great job he did in that. Wow. So yeah, he's done a good job here as well, definitely. Now it's filmed at Ealing Studios again. We've got location work, even though it's possibly not in this country. It's filmed in this country. It's in Bournemouth again, near Farnham, Surrey. Yes, it all mixes well. But the key important part is that in the studio, they've built, this time, 30 caves. Yeah, I mean, the variation and expansion, the creativity you can do with that. Because in the first film, there was only 18. So they've gone up to 30 and used on the sets. All different angles, different atmospheres. Fantastic. And it's all, also, once again, the production design was by Simon Bowles. What a brilliant job he did in the first film, and what a brilliant job he does here. Just continuing. So that is the key point. The film has so much continuity from the very first film. That is an important part. Maybe I think why it really works so well at that, because there's not people who are just outside and perhaps don't care in the same way about the film. And this is very much part of why we get such great performances and why it works, basically. The cast, we've got the return of Shauna MacDonald as Sarah. She's great. Absolutely, she really nails it totally again. she was, as I mentioned before, just interested. She was in the werewolf film Howl, a British one, 2015. She's excellent. Then we've got Australian TV actress Natalie Mendoza playing Juno. Yes, Juno's back. But you're saying, hey, I thought she was gone from the first film. But all will be revealed. Well, I'm not going to give too many spoilers away, but yes, Juno is in it, and that's a very important part. They're a real proper part to the film. Then we've got Douglas Hodge playing Dan. Now, Douglas Hodge is interesting in some of the films he's in. Wow. Right. Robin Hood, 2010, which is a Ridley Scott film, stars Russell Crowe. Then he's in the Gemini Man, 2019. The controversial film, the way it's filmed. Got a lot of people on that film. But the film that really stands out, and it's a film that I absolutely really think is a great film, is Joker. He plays Alfred, 2019 Joker. He plays Alfred. Hey, fantastic. And then we've got Kristen Cummings playing Ellen Rios. She is the deputy police officer. But really, she's, if you look at what, in terms of her career, stage actress more, but it's a musician. She's a musician. Yeah, she's got a really good lot of work that she's done as a musician, and she's successful at that, which is great. Fantastic. Then we've got Gavin OHara. I think that's how you pronounce it. O'Hurley. He plays the Sheriff Vanes. Yes, he's very good in this. Again, it's a face you might recognise. He goes quite way back as well. He was in the first episode, I think, it seems to be, in Happy Days, 1974. Yes, that was a massive TV series. He was in that. But in terms of films, Superman 3, 1983 is in that. That's a big film. And a film, another quite interesting film, is in Death Wish in 1985. So this is a later part of his career, and yeah, he's good. He's kind of a bit of a slight villain in this. Yes, I think he is. Yes, just interesting, isn't he? He thinks he's kind of knows it, does it right, and perhaps jumps over people's feelings quite a lot. Yeah, he's an interesting character in the film. Then we've got Josh Dallas playing Greg. Now, we've got a Doctor Who link. Yes, Doctor Who. Of course we've got Doctor Who link. Why not? Now, in the fourth series, David Tennant story, Silence in the Library, which is a classic Doctor Who story. Yeah, Donna is in that as well. But it's known because of River Song. Yeah, River Song. Yes, the introduction of River Song. Fantastic episode. So that's the fourth series. He's in that. So it's Doctor Who. We got a Doctor Who link. He's also in Thor 2011. Yeah. So there we are. Yeah. A few interesting roles there, I'll tell you. A lot of TV things, but there we are. I just thought I'd pop that out. Then we've got Anna Skeller playing Kath. TV work that just really stands out for me is Humans, which is a series I absolutely loved. I know I remember it transmitted on Channel 4. That's from 2016. She's in that. Well, there we are. Brilliant. And then we've got, in a very sort of, it's a small role, but it's an interesting role, Michael J Reynolds. He plays Ed. Yes, Ed. What can I say about him? Yes. Yes, he's certainly as an influence in this film, though he's not in it much, but he certainly is there. Mind you, of course, it depends which cut you see as well. Anyway, I might talk about that. Anyway, the film that really stood out for me that he's been involved in a lot of things in his career, a lot of TV stuff, but in terms of film, he was in United 93, 2006. That is such a tragic but important film about 9/11. It's such a great film as well. It is. So he was involved in that. Yeah. So what you want to know is, what is the premise of the film? What is happening? Well, it takes place 2 days after the events of the first film. Sarah is there. She's escaped, and she's got no memory of what had happened. But the sheriff and the deputy, the sheriff particularly, is very suspicious, and he wants to know what really happened. So with a deputy Rios and these potholing experts, Dan, Greg, and Kath, they go down this shaft, this mining shaft, to get into the caves to find out what happened. And he's very suspicious. That's what I mean. He's a very villainous character, quite bullying in some ways, as we'll see. And he thinks he's got it all worked out. And that's how the film progresses. And of course, we end up... I think it's fair to say that the action soon gets going, I think, pretty quick, really. Much, perhaps, quicker than in the first film. But that's okay, because we know the setup, you know, when you meet these creatures, you know the setup, and that's it. They've improved them to some extent. They're still in the colonies. They look... I think they look pretty good and scary. And they still, this is a good point with the direction as well. The use of the darkness, the light, the sound, and of course the actual caves, structures, the entrance, all really start to get quite scary, and you're on the edge of your seat as it's going on. You're wondering who's going to survive or not survive, or will any survive. Or it brilliantly puts that together, and it works so well. It's so enjoyable. I think you would really enjoy it, and you really are on the edge of the seat. But as I say, I'd just say that the ending was considered controversial again, and some bit was cut on, I think, in America, on their release, though I think it went straight to DVD actually in America. But here we get the original ending on this Blu-ray, which was released in 2010, which I'll show you in a minute. But I think it's fair to say you're on to a great, enjoyable time with this film. You know, it's tense, it's entertaining, and it's a well, intelligently thought out film, put together by a whole lot of people working together to produce this entertaining film. Yes. I mean, you can't say fairer than that, can you? You really can't. It's wonderful. So, here is the Blu-ray. Yes. 2010 release. Yes. Pathé through 20th Century Fox Entertainment. Here it is. Again, there's some really nice extras on here. Highly recommended. There's a lovely disc with the illustration on there. But yeah, this is, well, it's brilliant. I'm so pleased I've got both. They both fit well together. Yeah, that's it really. So, I hope you've enjoyed that. I probably haven't, but, you know, if you're new to this, please subscribe and see what else I produce and review and all that kind of thing. And if you like this video, please give it a like. It all helps with algorithms, so hopefully more people will see my videos and maybe, you know, enjoy them. I don't know. Might not do. And it all costs note as well. So you can't say further than that. And if you've got any comments, please put your comments down, because I love to hear what you think, really. And I'll respond to them. I will. Yes. You can't say further than that, can you? So, all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.